Good morning to all. In today's session, we discuss about the what is a spiral gear and what is the formula to calculate the efficiency of the spiral gear, the terminology which are used in a spiral gear. So, what is spiral gear? Spiral gear, the image this the image which shows the diagram of the spiral gear. The spiral gear is called as the screw gear or cross helical gear. It is similar to that of the helical gear, but only difference is that the shape of the tooth on a periphery of the gear is like a spiral shape, and the use of the spiral gear is it is used for a non-parallel, non-intersecting shaft. As we see in the helical gear are used to transmitting the power. The helical gear are used to transmit the power when two shafts are parallel to each other. The bevel gear are used to transmitting the power when the two shafts are intersecting with each other. But spiral gear are used to transmit the power which the shafts which are not parallel and non-intersecting to each other. The point of contact between the contact between a two mating gear in a spiral is a point contact. Always remember that in spiral gear, the point, the contact between the two gears is a point contact. The due to the point contact, it is a low load transmission. The spiral gear are used for a low load transmission, used in a distribution devices. The applications of the spiral gear is it is used in a distribution devices of the automobile engines and measurement instrument. It is generally used in a measurement instrument. As we see in a helical gear, there is a helix. One term used is a helix angle. Here we use a term as a spiral angle. Okay. As we see in a helical gear, the orientation of the teeth, suppose we consider the gear or a pinion, if the pinion is a left-handed, then orientation of the teeth on a gear is right-handed. But for a spiral gear, the meshing of the gear can be a same hand or opposite hand. Means if the suppose one gear is left-handed, then other gear may be a left-handed or may be a right-handed. Both the gears means same-handed or opposite-handed gears are used while transmitting the power, and it is used which type of the direction or rotation we required. If suppose input is clockwise direction and we require the output is also in a clockwise direction, then the same handed teeth are used or same handed gear are used. But if the input is right handed and output is, if we require output as a, sorry, if input is clockwise direction and we require output as a anti-clockwise direction, then opposite hand gear are used in a spiral gear. The helix angle in as I said that in a helical gear there is a helix angle, and here the term spiral angle is used. If the spiral angle are different, transverse motion module MT is also different. We seen that in helix angle, suppose in a helical gear, the helix angle for gear is same that of the helix angle for a pinion, but in spiral gear there is a different angle. Suppose gear 1 has a alpha 1 helix angle, then gear 2 the helix angle must be maybe a different, which is maybe a greater than alpha 1 or less than alpha 1. That's why in spiral gear transverse module is different, and therefore for calculation purpose in spiral gear the normal module is generally used. In helical gear generally for calculation purposes transverse module is used, but in spiral gear the instead of the transverse module normal module generally used. If we see this image, D1 is the diameter of the gear 1 and D2 is the diameter of the gear 2, then here the spiral, here the spiral gear 1 which is left handed, here the spiral gear 1